If a flower doesn't bloom, you don't change the flower, you change the environment. So today I want to talk to you about what feminine energy really is, how it manifests in our everyday lives, and why embracing more of feminine essence will bring us more ease, flow, and more deep connection in our lives. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and inner work coach that help women embody their feminine energy in order to transform their lives, their relationships, and even their business. Feminine energy is really such a powerful tool, and if you don't use it as a woman, you're really doing yourself a disservice. So first and foremost, feminine energy is about being, not doing. Let that sink in. Feminine energy essentially is about being in the moment, being present, feeling yourself, feeling your body, feeling all of your senses again, and experiencing life and noticing your surroundings. Masculine energy, on the other hand, is more about action. It's more about doing. It's about being in your mind, analyzing, thinking, strategizing. And just to make this clear, no matter if you are a man or a woman, we all have both of these energies within us. However, the majority of women, or at least the majority of women that I'm working with, is feeling more fulfilled, more at peace, and more healthy when they're most of the time in their feminine energy and have a masculine counterpart as a man. Also, a little bit of a backstory from myself. I definitely also grew up in a house with lots of expectations, lots of demands, not just when it came to school or achievements, but also to how family dynamics work, and also in regards to other people, how you show up. And you kind of develop as a woman when you grow up in a house like this, and most women do, you kind of develop this people-pleasing tendencies, this perfectionism. You question your worth, you question your expectations also to others, what you can ask for as well. Even later on in my career as a marketing manager, as a team lead communications, I was working myself up, right? And I was definitely overworking myself so much. Especially, I remember the first company that I started working at, I was so young, and I really wanted to just prove myself, prove my worth, prove that I could do this. And it was a very male-dominated company at the time, and I was so young. I just wanted to prove myself, and usually that's how it goes, right? I mean, you start somewhere and you want to show that you're doing good work, which is great, but overworking yourself, I mean, I was in the office a lot of the time until like midnight, and that was so crazy. And so yeah, definitely in the past I connected my worth to how much I can achieve, to how much better I can be. Secondly, we have feminine energy is all about magnetism. Feminine energy attracts, it doesn't chase. So when you have a specific goal, or when you really desire a specific outcome in your life, then you don't go after and chase it down like a man. Feminine energy is all about attracting everything that belongs to you and that you desire to you, because it desires you too. It's basically your destiny. But this is not something that you can learn intellectually. It is truly on an energetic level. You need to embody it. And this is also why it can't really be taught intellectually. This is also why a lot of coaches out there who are trying to teach you feminine energy, that you learn more about it, it's really distracting. It's just distracting for your mind, because then you also think, I have to behave this way. But feminine energy is embodied, it's an energy. And this is why when I work with women, it's the space that we are basically in together that helps them embody it, because it's not something that you can just basically learn from your mind. Also, here again, think about nature. The flowers, do they chase the bees? No, of course they don't. The bees come to the flowers. The flower has such a beautiful embodiment. It has an environment where it grows very well, which is very important. This is the sentence that I brought up in the beginning. If the flower doesn't bloom, you change the environment. But if the flower is embodied in her presence, the bees flock to the flower. This is also a very essential point, of course, that I help my women with, is to create an environment and a space where your inner flower blooms. So basically, where you bloom. A lot of nervous system healing work, a lot of subconscious mind work, inner healing, inner work that we do there, that of course is then essentially going to lead you to this embodied woman that you really want to be, and that is really able to then attract all of the things that you want to have in your life. So many women actually resist their feminine energy because it feels very unsafe from their past conditioning. Their nervous system feels very unsafe when they, for example, get to receive something from a man, from just anyone basically, receive a favor and not feeling the need immediately to give something back, because only then you're good enough, only then you're worthy, and this is how you should behave, right? Your nervous system has basically been wired that resting, receiving, and feeling your emotions is very unsafe. Also, another big topic for a lot of women is this fear of surrendering, the fear of letting go, of not being in control, right? Yes, this was a topic for me as well in the past, and it always has to do with trying to keep yourself safe, right? Keep your nervous system safe. And for a lot of women, they don't even know how to let go, how to switch their minds off, how to come back into their bodies. It's a big, big topic, and a lot of women are struggling with this. But if we release this fear of surrendering, we're actually able to let everything come to us that's actually meant for us. Everything that's meant for us, we don't have to chase. Everything that comes to us automatically is for us. That's the feminine. That's the embodiment. And that's nothing that you can really play out in your mind. This is why it's not something that you can learn really. It's an embodiment. It's very natural. And it's nothing that you think about anymore, right? A lot of women, especially when it comes to men and dating, they're playing all these games. And this is really, really masculine. Actually, that's nothing to do with feminine energy. Feminine energy is not about calculating and strategizing and thinking about what can I do in order to achieve this outcome. This is the masculine. So of course, you don't have to give up control over your whole life, but it's more so about surrendering to the flow of life. It's about trusting yourself and trusting your intuition, because your intuition is the most precious thing that we have as women, and we always should listen to it. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and if you have any specific other questions or topics that you'd like me to talk about on future videos, then definitely leave them in the comments down below. And I'm looking forward to this journey and creating new content. You know, this is all very, very new to me as well. I'm very shy in front of the camera, so I'm definitely getting used to that, but it's very exciting, and I always also like to push myself out of my comfort zone. So talk to you in the next video. Bye.